right. I have this rough art here, and I did this rough drawing a couple of days ago, and I did a series of characters battling restaurant creatures. So as you see here, there's two giant crab-looking claws and what appears to be some kitchen cook, and he has a big butcher knife trying to protect himself. So I mean, I don't really know what inspired this. I started drawing one with giant octopus arms, and then I think I went on to this one. But I do like this one. I like this little composition here. So what I'll do is I'll do the illustration. I'll do the color work, the outline and color, and let's see how it turns out. So thanks for watching whenever you are watching, and let me go ahead and get started. Right. So here we go. I'm going to go and I think I have these in separate layers. Yes, I do. Okay. So I'll start with our hero here. Or who knows? Maybe he's the villain, right? Because maybe that's why the crab is protecting itself from getting killed. But let me go ahead and work on the humanoid here, and I'll lower the opacity to make this a template. I'll use let me see here. I'm using Procreate on my iPad Pro. Oh, here we go. Classic colors. I'll use the black for the black outline. And let me get this mic closer to me. There we go. Okay, so on a separate layer, I'll do the outline. I'm going to zoom in on the face, and let's do this. Make sure I got the thickness of the outline correct here, and that's too thin. There we go. Nope. Okay. It's the middle of the week, which is nice. I get to work until tomorrow, and I have Friday off, which is kind of cool. Short week before my spring break. Looking forward to it. Finally some rest. There's the other eye. And here's the pupil. Okay. You know, too bad I can't play music in the background. There's a lot of licensing issues with music on this platform, so it's probably best that I know. Oh, hello. Thanks for joining me. I think I can read your name from your K's kid. Thanks for joining tonight. Yeah, this is the. I actually made an announcement on my Instagram that I was gonna do this. I'm slowly. I've been trying to get comfortable with Twitch. It seems like a really fun platform to do live stuff. I know, most people. Well, it seems like a lot of people talk about it in terms of for the gaming. People would like to watch gamers do their thing on there, but I did run into artists as the first time I started looking at Twitch, and I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. maybe I can do that. But yeah, I'm just starting to get used to it. And I finally have the courage to post it. I don't know how many people will join. I figure the only way people will join is if I tell them about it. But we'll see. I'm just starting. I'm new to this whole thing, so I do have a couple of Twitch recording sessions I did the last couple of months, just to kind of test the waters. And I like it. It's just it's fun because you know, I like creating things. I used to do art shows and I used to do live art as spectators walked through the the art shows and all that. And this is kind of like that, I guess. And it's always the only thing is, well, I guess people can ask questions here, but I know at the art shows people ask questions like, "Hey man, what are you using?" And they'll say something, "Oh, that's kind of cool what you're painting there." And it's just fun to see people observe creators do their thing, especially if you're the creator. All right. And I'm excited that you are here, Case Kid. So thank you again. I have to admit too, I'm kind of shy to let people know that I do these things live. I don't know why. I'm a high school teacher for those that know what I do. And I stand in front of an audience every day. I don't know why I'm shy to do this. There's no reason for me to. I stand in front of a class. I don't know. It's just a different atmosphere, maybe. I don't know. But yeah. What's funny? Kids, my students do ask, "Hey, Mister, do you do Twitch? When you do your, they have seen me do drawings when I'm on lunch break, and they're like, "Hey, do you stream? Do you stream?" And I'm like, no. I don't know why I say no. I was just not ready, I guess. I do host. I don't know why I'm shy. I don't know. Again, it's a mystery because I do stand in front of a classroom full of children every day, and I'm up there yapping. And I'm drawing. I'm showing them drawing strategies and things like that. And I don't know. I just don't know why I'm shy. I don't like the way I drew this butcher knife here. Let me try and sharpen it up more. I just don't know why I'm shy. But I do host the sketch club in my school. I invite a whole bunch of kids to come in and draw. I like to draw during my breaks, and so just to have balance at work. That way it's not all just work. But I do offer the kids the opportunity to come in and draw. We kind of went on hiatus though because of the coronavirus. We weren't really allowed to have kids inside during the lunch breaks, but we're indoors. But now that the restrictions have been lifted a bit, I've been able to have some kids come in, and we just, we just sit down and we just draw. We just draw throughout lunch break, and it's nice and quiet. No one bothers us, and we just draw. I draw, they draw. Everybody brings their sketchbooks and their whatever devices they use. Some kids have iPads and they use that to draw. Good times. Good times indeed. Did I miss students during the era of online classes. You know what? I think I was worried about them mostly. I mean, because you know, high school is like a very social environment, and you know, what do you do when you don't have any of that, and all you have in your hand is a phone and TikTok and all that stuff. I mean, that's all you do, you know, and I'm sure some kids have figured out ways of staying busy and stuff, and but I was mostly worried. I don't know if I missed them, but I know I was worried about how they were going to get on with, you know, just having to learn from home and things like that. However, I did miss the on-site instructional time, because it just makes my teaching so much easier to be there with them. There were times where kids had questions about something and what's wrong with my device, or, you know, what's going on with the software we're using, and I couldn't really see what issues they were having because they were at home and I was at home as well. So what I missed the most was just the in-person interaction, and you know, that was I think that was what I missed the most. But you know, I think I drew this wrong here. But you know, I know it was safer to be at home. I totally understand that. Believe me, I took every precautionary measure. I appreciated every precautionary measure that was taken. So, in the long run, it was for the safety and the safety of others and all that. So, but you know, I did miss being in person with just having to do my job the way it should be done. Okay, here's the other arm. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Okay. All right, so here is the guy that works in the kitchen. And let's talk about these crab arms or claws. They're huge. He's a giant creature that got out of the tank, or you know, I honestly don't know the story behind his. It came from another drawing that it kind of inspired this, and I really don't know the story behind this. I just came out of my head, and there it is. Oh, maybe. You know, I've done things like this where I have sushi bar characters like chefs and things like that fighting giant fish and creatures, and yeah, I know that in Japanese mythology, there's a lot of that, giant creatures and demons and ghosts and gods, and that tend to be giant dragons and giant fish, you know, giant fish and koi fish or whatever. I guess there is a little bit of that in here. I don't know if that was running through my mind when I did this, but maybe it was. Just subliminal wise. I don't know. Maybe I was hungry for seafood. Maybe I was hungry for seafood. Japanese folk art is pretty fun to read, though, or look at it, or read about. Good stuff. I'm gonna draw some lines here for the the texture of these claws here. I think once I add color to these, it will look much better. Okay. So here's how both of these things look like together without any rough outlines. This is basically the outline process. All right, so let's talk about colors. I'm gonna go ahead and color this now, and let's see. There's a little trick I use with Procreate. I like to duplicate the outline. For example, I'm gonna do the claws here. I like to duplicate the claws. I duplicate the layer, so there's two, and I use the bottom one to do the coloring. So it's almost like a drag and drop color process. So now that I have that, I'm gonna pick a nice red-ish, and I can just drop that in there. And I'll do different tones of red here just to define the claws a little. Maybe the claws could be bigger. It kind of looks like yeah. Or you know what? Maybe I can make the character smaller. You know what I'll do? I'm going to put these in groups so that I can do stuff like that. I think what I'll do is I'll make the character smaller. I think you're right. I think if I make the character smaller later, that might actually give the illusion of giant. But then he's kind of far. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep it big for now, just for the sake of resolution here. But these claws, I'll do different tones of red here. Different tones of red. Just drop the colors in there. There's these smaller areas. They tend to be hit or... I guess I can zoom in more. But I find that sometimes it's just easier to fill it in yourself. You know, they're just smaller areas. It's probably easier to color those in manually. Oops. This is very, very meditating. For those of you who don't draw much, this is a good way to unwind and forget about what happened today. It's always fun. Yeah, exactly. And I've seen then there's people who do these things and they, meditate, and then there's people who watch it. There's people who just love to watch things get colored in. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's satisfying for them. I don't know the psychology behind that. It must be satisfying. But whatever keeps people at peace. It's all good. Okay. So I'm gonna leave these colors there for now. They're just flat colors. I'll be doing some toning later, just for detail. And art's a beautiful thing. Yes, art is a very beautiful thing. Art is good. I like art that makes people get involved in the art, where discussions. People look at something, they have discussions about it. That's always cool. Debates, people start interpreting the artwork, and people start debating. That's always fun. It's interesting how people interpret art in their own. What happened here? This line needs to go. And how did I miss that? How did I miss that? There we go. All right. When I used to do the art shows, sometimes people will be like, "Hey, well, what does this mean? That this thing that you did?" I'm like, "Well, what does it mean to you?" I don't like to tell people what my art is about. I like to kind of give people I'm gonna use a gray background just so I can see the whites better. But I used to just let people, what do you think? What do you think this means? I'm not gonna tell you. Just what comes to mind. Think. Let's have a conversation about that. I don't think an artist should ever explain what they were thinking when they were creating something. I think you people as spectators ought to be able to look at something and interpret it their way, and whether it's right or wrong, that's your interpretation. I think you're entitled to it. But whether that's what the artist was thinking or not, engage in the art. That's what it's all about. Right now, again, I'm doing flat colors. Then I'm gonna add the tones later. Let's see. He's gonna be wearing white, lots of it. He works in the kitchen, and maybe I'll give it a what color should his apron be? That color's a gammy. What I like to do is ask artists how they were feeling. Oh yeah, I guess you can ask the artist questions. I mean, if you're curious about other things, like what were they feeling? That's a good question. Well, how did you feel when you did that? That's a good question. I think if I was asked that question, what was I feeling when I drew that? I probably wasn't really thinking much. I mean, and I think that's a typical answer. I will probably give. I don't know. I just did it. I don't remember what I was feeling, but I can see how other artists might actually be able to answer that. There we go. Let me try giving him. That's too dark. Undo that. Undo. There we go. Maybe I don't like those colors. Let me try. Try dark gray. No, because then he's wearing gray pants. Like the really dark brownish gray pants. Maybe really dark gray shoes. Okay, I'll work with that for now. Okay, so let me go ahead and do something called self-colored outlines. That means no, maybe not self-colored outlines. Never mind. I don't think I want to use a black outline after all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose a dark-ish, like a gray, muddy, maybe brown. And on a new layer, I'll drop in all of this with one color. And then I'm gonna make this layer a clipping mask, and that changes the color of the outline of the character. Maybe change the. I'll use lighten. No, maybe not. Maybe that's not a good idea. You know what? Disregard. Delete. All right. I think black is fine. Okay, let's see what I have here. Let me look at both of these working together. Okay, I think I'm gonna change the background color now to a different color. Clipping mask does save so much time. You can carelessly, do outlining and not worry about bleeding out of the lines. I love it. Clipping masking is the best. Oh, no. Well, that's gonna hurt my eyes. I'll stay away from the reds for now. Oh, maybe this will work. Let me fix the light here. How did that light get in the way? There you go. All right. So I'm gonna start working with tones now, and there's a little strategy that I use. I'm gonna make a layer on top, and I'll make that into a clipping mask, and I'm gonna pick a color that gives it a one tone color fits all. Let's see, maybe I will try purple, and I will make a new layer. No, I already made a new layer. Purple, and then make that into a multiply at 50% to make the tones more translucent. 50, 49, 50, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna make it so that there is lighting coming from beneath the character, and I'll make the tones at the top so that these parts of the character are not receiving light. It's just shadowed, toned out. Maybe I'll try bigger size ink here. I think that's the part where a lot of folks who do illustration have a tough time understanding, is having a good sense of lighting. I struggle with that still a little bit, but I know when I teach illustration, it's just it's a concept that maybe a lot of students don't seem to understand. Like why does a shadow have to be there? It's like, well, there's no light touching it, so it's called science. The science or the physics. I don't know if I'm see like right now I'm unsure about this tone here that I just added. Forehead. Well, let's see. I'll leave it there for now. There's definitely a tone here. And this is what a clipping mask does. It doesn't allow you to... I mean, if you do a clipping mask above the color, you can stay within the color boundaries. So awesome. Oh. I think that shadow on the forehead might actually work. All right. There'll be a shadow here, another one there. Maybe another one casted on the knife. hair. That's casting a shadow on the knife. And then right above the fist here. I think the more I twitch, the more I tell people, the more people might tune in later. Again, I'm just starting to get used to this. The twitch. Hey man, do you twitch? There's definitely a tone here. Definitely one here on the shoulder. Too bad I can't play music because I will get a copyright strike. So I'm just gonna hum. Bad singer, so I'm not gonna sing to you. Okay. So this is what I have here for the shadows and the tones. I'm going to use white for the highlights. And that will also be in a clipping mask, except instead of this being a multiply, I'm gonna do an overlay. The overlay will give it a highlight, a natural highlight. I think overlay is probably the best for outlining, for highlighting, for creating a highlight color. It just kind of conforms to, if you use pure white, it kind of conforms to those colors. You know, like I'm getting a light blue here, which is kind of a really nice highlight. There you go. Yeah, you know, I was looking at that earlier. I don't know why I made a U-turn on that. Let me give that a try. I think you're making a good point. Very dramatic purple. Oh, yes. Yeah, I think I like that. I mean, it looks, I'm using a GoPro, but it looks kind of blue on the GoPro. But believe me, it's a very dramatic purple. There we go. I'll put some highlight here on the hair. Once you add the highlights to the hair, I always realize that when I add highlights to the hair, it all starts to come together. Some highlight here. Make it so that the lighting is coming from beneath the scene here. On the skin there. Of course, we're not going to have highlights on white. I don't think so, at least. There we go. Maybe this is too, you know what, maybe I have to, well, let me finish this part here. A nice sharp. Okay. If I go to the painting, there's this really cool thing. I mean, if you ever watch any of my YouTube videos, you'll notice I like to use a gouache brush. And I like using that to soften up tones and highlights. So like I'll soften that up. Oh, that's way too much. Let me get the eraser. You know what? I'm going to do an eraser gouache. I don't like the way that's looking. Soften that up a little more. There we go. We'll go back to the brush and gouache. So the hair here. Soften that up. And I can apply the same effect. That gives it a nice highlight. I'll do that here with a knife. I'll do a big softening of the knife. Whoa. Add some here to the arms. Thank you. There you go. Okay. Maybe. There we go. All right, let me take a look at the. Maybe I can do that with the shadows too. I don't know. I'm probably gonna end up doing it anyway. Okay. Brush. Tones. Maybe here where the hair is. That's too much. Oh, this is much better. Do I have any favorite streamers on Twitch? You know what? I don't think I have a favorite. You know the way I look at Twitch is I just kind of browse it, and whatever I stumble upon, I watch that. I'll subscribe. But I've only subscribed to a few because I'm kind of new at it. But that's the way I watch my Twitch channels. I just kind of scroll and let's see what I find. But I don't think I have a favorite. Or I don't have a favorite one yet. Or a YouTuber. I don't think I have any favorite. I mean, there is one YouTuber I come across, and he uses Illustrator. He's like some bearded dude who's really good at using Adobe Illustrator. But I mean, he's famous. I'm sure I forget his name. I forget his name, but I know how he looks like, and I know who he is. But he uses Adobe Illustrator. He does really cool Illustrator tutorials. I would say he's my favorite on the YouTube, but on the YouTube, but the I don't think I have a favorite. I don't think I have a favorite Twitch streamer. Not yet. Maybe I will someday. All right, for the claws, I made a new layer over the colors, and I'm gonna make that. I made that into a clipping mask so that I can ever so gently add a tone on the claws here. Did I multiply this? I did not. Tisk. All right. There we go. Okay, then top 5 streamers on Twitch, and I don't even know if I have that, man. Like seriously, I don't I don't think, again, I'm new to the Twitch, and then but I think I eventually I will. I have to explore more with it, and I'm just getting used to it. I mean, today was the first time I told people about it on Instagram. Like, hey, I'm on Twitch. Check it out. 7:15. And I want to do that more. But no top 5 favorites yet. I would say number 1 will be me. For now, I will be me, and nobody else but me. I hope that answers your question. Sorry, it's not a satisfying answer, but I will someday have a favorite Twitchist. I'm gonna add a soft highlight, just to make him. I think the soft highlights tend to make things dramatic. So soft highlights and soft tones. Did I do an overlay? I did. Okay, just checking. All right. There we go. Maybe I'll add some more highlights. I'll make these highlights more dramatic. And this will also be an overlay with a clipping mask. And I'll have like a hard-edged tone. There you go. That looks kind of neat. Whoops. You zoom in more. I think the more you zoom in, the more control you have. Oops. All right. Oh, let's not forget this part. That was messy. That was messy again. All right. Let's see. Why is this light still getting in the way? All right. Here's what I have so far. All right. Purple background. It may not look purple, but it is. Trust me. There's the face. He's focused. All right. And there are the claws, ready to chop them up. But what I want to do is I want to add an effect that's causing the lighting. I'll make a new layer, but this layer is going to be above the background color. And sticking to the same white that I've been using, I'm going to choose a soft brush, airbrush, and then I will make it huge. And that will help me create this nice gradient. Like that. That will, you know, almost like some light is hitting that, and he's receiving some of those lights as well, and so are the claws. I can add a dark purple on a separate layer. Maybe multiply that. Make that purple more dramatic. Maybe I should do an overlay. Nah. Oh, that's cool. The add blending tool. That is kind of neat. Let's see. This is a really cool thing I like to add to my artwork is this is really cool default inking pen, or is it an inking? Oh no, luminance. And there's a flare in here. I can probably add that here to the. Oh, but you know what? I'm choosing the wrong color. I'll pick pure white, and I can add a sharp. Maybe that needs to be bigger. Bam. Which is kind of cool. Let's see. I'm gonna add a layer with, and I'll use the studio pen. And what I'll do is I'll create a floor, like a tile floor. If I hide the character and the claws for now, all this stuff, I can create almost like a grid. And make it like it's some kind of wonky out of or distorted kitchen floor. I'll make that into maybe an overlay. Yeah. Now if I turn these on, there we go. Yes. Whoa. I turned that off. All right, there it is. All right. Cool. And then maybe behind the character, I can use a dark purple so I can create a casting shadow. And then I can multiply that. Maybe if I warp it a little bit, I can follow the warping of the floor. Yeah. And there is this composition here. All right. If I add anything to it later, maybe, I don't know. Let me play around with let me try this. Drop all this in there. I'll play around with some of these blending modes. Let's see what sticks. Nah. I think I'll leave it as is. This is cool. I think I'll leave this alone. Okay. This was fun. I really like the way this turned out so far. If I make any changes to it later, I probably will, and I'll share it on my Instagram. My Instagram is art_of_Mr. Adolfo. And you can see the things that I've done on Twitch there on my YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is the same one as this, Mr. Adolfo. And you can see the kind of stuff I do there. I also have a TikTok. The TikTok is called Mr. Moment because Adolfo is blocked. My name is apparently an insult to the TikTok accounts. So for obvious reasons. But definitely check it out. And I'll be posting this one here that I just did on Instagram. You can see it's true color. Right now it looks very blue tone through the GoPro camera here, but it's definitely a nice purple. A dramatic one, as Case Kid mentioned. So hopefully you like the original that will be posted later, and thanks for watching, and thank you if you watch later. I appreciate it, and this was fun. I feel better. I feel relaxed. All right, well, thanks for following me tonight, and you have a good night, and take care.